guess who's back, 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 back again, again, again. Danny's back, 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 tell a friend. That just happened. You guys, July has been the epitome of crazy for me. I've been so freaking busy because, like, not even a day after putting up the booktube partner tag that I did with Lexi, and I'll link that. After that, me and my mom and Tyler were up in Toronto, and me and Tyler went to this prom thing. And then not even a day after that, like, we got home at 5 in the morning, and we slept until like 10, and then we were in the car with his entire family, and we were on our way to the cottage, and we were there for a week, and it was so freaking amazing and so relaxing. And I'll post pictures right here while I'm talking to the camera, and it was so much fun, and I can't wait to go again with them, hopefully next year. But then we got home from that, like, when did we get home from that? We got home from that like 2 days ago on Saturday, and no, Saturday is 3 days ago. Good math skills, Danny. But we got home, and then I stayed at his house for a night, and then I came home here to my lovely bookshelf. And I forgot like 3 books at his house. And bad Danny, because those were the books I'm supposed to be reading for my TBR, which, by the way, that has been a total flop. This coming July wrap-up video is probably going to be like the biggest failure ever, but we'll wait for that to come. So after I got home here, I've been here for a day, and now tomorrow me and my mom are back in Toronto until Saturday, and then when I get home on Saturday, I'm pretty sure Tyler's coming over again, and then I think I'm good for a few days until the 1st and 2nd, and then I might be going to the One Direction concerts in Toronto, so we'll be back up there. And then after that, I have a singing competition audition on the 6th of August. And between all that, I have to post videos because I actually missed posting videos when I was at the cottage. So I have to fit that in there somewhere. And yeah, that should be interesting. So enough rambling about my very busy July thus far. We are getting into the whole main point of this video, and that is my very first UNHAUL video. On my shelf, there is, well, it's not on my shelf anymore, but there were a ton of books that I had purchased or gotten, or some that I don't even know where I freaking got them from. I mean, like, they just appeared, and I've had them for years, and I'm not sure where they came from. And I'm not sure I'm ever going to figure out where they came from. But they are off my shelf now and in a pile on my floor right here. And those are the ones that I'm going to be getting rid of. So most of them you're probably not going to know the names of, or they're not going to be like, oh, I know that book, because most of them I've gotten for really cheap at our dollar stores. They sell like hardcover books for $2 when they have like an overage at some stores or whatever. And then some of them I've been given, so I have no idea where they've come from. Some of them I've had since I was like 6, and I just don't want them on my shelf anymore. So we're going to get rid of those. So yeah, I have, how many? I think I have 20. 20? Maybe, no, 22. 22 books that I'm unhauling. So I'm going to go through them really quick and show you each pile, and yeah, let's get started. The first stack of books are books that I've been given since I was like, I think I was like 7. And I've had them from 7 until now, and I think I've read a couple of them, but I don't want them on my shelf anymore, and I don't need them. So I'm going to unhaul them. The first one is Sophie's Tom by Dick King Smith, and I got this from my friend when I was 7. This is the one where I was really young when I got it, and I think I got halfway through it. I don't remember what it's about. I'm guessing it's about a little girl and her cat. There's also like 6 other books about Sophie and all of her pets. Goodbye. The next one is Full House Stephanie, The Secret's Out. Goodbye, Stephanie. The next one is The Girl's Book of Friendship. Goodbye, Book of Friendship. The next one is Witch Child by Celia Rees. Goodbye, witch child. The next one is Glee: The Beginning, Season 1, and it's a book based off of Glee, and I don't know why I have this, and I'm pretty sure it's throwing off my white balance right now. So goodbye, Glee. The last book of this pile is Three Girls and Their Brother by Teresa Rebeck. I don't know, but goodbye, Three Girls and Their Brother. The next pile of books are books that I bought myself, and I got them at dollar stores and thrift stores and stores that have books for really cheap, and I couldn't not buy books there, so I bought the ones that looked like ones that I'd read, but they're not, and I'm never going to read them. The first book is True Vision by Joyce Lamb. Don't know who she is, don't know what this is about. I think it's a mystery, and I'm not really into mystery type books, so goodbye, True Vision. The next book is Heartbeat by Stephanie Bedwell Grime. I don't know. I don't even know what this is about. So, goodbye, Heartbeat. Ooh, that was loud. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, book. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad for throwing that book. Oh, God. Next book is The Critic by Diane Davis, and I'm kind of on the fence about whether I want to give this away or like get rid of it, because it's to do with writing, and like this guy bets a girl that he can write a book in I think it's like a week or something, and then they end up like falling in love or something, and I kind of want to read it, but I don't know when that would happen. So it's kind of a maybe, more than likely going, but I don't really want to give it away. Kind of goodbye, The Critic. The next one is One Lonely Degree by C.K. Kelly Martin, and that is a very long name. When I first found this book, I thought, oh, there's a girl in a bikini, and their hands, see that? Their hands, there's a guy there, and their hands are almost touching, so it's going to be like a really cute summary book. And the back doesn't tell you anything. There's one quote that says anything is possible, and it kind of like threw me off, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get it. It was like $2, and I still don't know what it's about. I never read it at all, never even tried. And from what I read on Goodreads, I actually looked it up on Goodreads, and it's supposedly something like Speak by, I forget the author's name, but I'm pretty sure everybody knows about Speak. Yeah. But I'm never going to read this, and I feel so bad because the cover's kind of cute, and then the boy's back here, and the girl's here, and it's cute, but I'm not going to read it. So, goodbye, One Lonely Degree. The last book in this pile is Empire State: A Love Story or Not by Jason Shiga. It's a graphic novel by the creator of Meanwhile, whatever that is. And I didn't know it was a graphic novel, even though it says graphic novel right there. I didn't realize that when I bought it. So when I opened it and I saw stuff like that, I was like, oh, I don't want to read this. It just doesn't. I'm not very fond of graphic novels. There are very few and far between that I will read. So, goodbye, Empire State. The next pile here are 4 books that I bought myself over time, and I started to read all of them and couldn't get into them, didn't want to finish them, so they're going. The first book in this pile is Perfect by Ellen Hopkins, and I thought I would love this book. I didn't realize how she wrote. Like, it's different from normal writing. I think I bought it because I was more into the title page cover thingy. Yeah, look how pretty it is. I mean, it's pretty, and I think I got suckered in because of that. I don't like it. I mean, I like poetry. I don't like reading a book as poetry, or a poetry in a book form or something. I don't know. I just don't like it. So goodbye, Perfect. Goodbye. Next book on the pile is Inkspell by Cornelia Funk. I don't remember how everybody says it, but I bought this book thinking it was the first book. I didn't know that Inkheart was the first book, and so I never bought Inkheart, and I never watched the movie, and it's been on my shelf since I was like 7. I'm Canadian, so they do the Scholastic Book Fair. They do the book fair every year at elementary schools, and this was the book I got that year, and I never read it, and I'm never going to read it, and I'm never going to get the first book, so it's going because it's taking up too much space on my bookshelf. Goodbye, ink spell. Next and last book I convinced my dad to buy me when I was like 10, and I never read it, and I never really, okay, here's the thing. I read part of it, and it was interesting, and I kept going back to it because I liked the way it was written, but I never finished it, and I never got the next book, and it's Kathy's book. I don't know. I don't know who it's by. I really don't know who it's by. It doesn't say. But, I mean, it was cool because, like, the front cover opens up, and it shows you all these little things, and then all through the book it has that kind of stuff, and it caught my eye, and I was so ready to read it, and then it just went and I never finished it, and I'm sorry, but goodbye, Kathy's book. The last pile of books, actually there's other books, but this is the last pile, okay? And this is the pile of books that I have no idea how they got on my bookshelf, how I got them, where they came from, and they're taking up too much space, and it's time to say goodbye. So, the first book is Tell It Like It Is, and I don't see an author name on here. Basically, not a whole bunch, but 3 boys, 3 girls are asked questions, and they answer them. And I think I've read it, actually. I don't remember what it questioned. I think it's just what teenage people do back in, like, the 90s. Because look how they're dressed. They're dressed pretty weird for this time. So, goodbye, Tell It Like It Is. Oh, that was loud. It hit the bag on my closet drawer. Door, not drawer, door. The next one is Hit and Run by Nora McClintock. McClintock? Is that how you say it? Okay, it's not focusing. But it's McClintock. And the last book of this pile is Eleanora's Diary, and it's The Journals of a Canadian Pioneer Girl by Caroline Perry. I don't remember what happens. I don't remember how she writes, and I'm not going to read it again. So, it's going. Goodbye, Eleanora's Diary. You have now traveled into the future 2 hours after I filmed the other parts of this video because my camera decided to die midway through filming. I did say that was the last pile of books that I was going to be unhauling, but I did also say that there was 2 books that I was leaving out and gonna come back to later, and that's right now. I'm coming back to them right now. So the first book is The Power of 6 by Pittacus Lore, and then The Rise of 9 by Pittacus Lore, and this is the second and the third book in the I Am Number 4 series. I read this book and I liked it and I was into it, and then I watched the movie again for the first book, and then I got this book, and I was like, oh, I want to get back into the series. So I got this book, and I've never read it. I couldn't get into this one. I was just bored with it, and so I'm like, okay, I'm not going to finish this series. It's a series that I've started, I liked, but I'm not going to finish it because I couldn't get into this one. And they're taking up space on my shelf, and I'm ready to let go. And I actually know somebody who wants them. I want to send these to Kat at Katie-tastic because I know before she took down her Amazon wish list that she had this book on her wish list. I didn't know how I was supposed to send it through, like there was no way to send it through Amazon or anything, so I've been holding on to these books. I am determined to give them to Kat. I know she wanted them. Well, she wanted this one, and this is kind of like a bonus book. So, whenever I can figure out her P.O. box number thingy, I am going to send these to Kat. So, we've reached the end of my very first book unhaul. Most of those books I'm never going to read, and so I'd rather give it to somebody who's going to love them and going to want to have them in their collection. And my bookshelf needed a little bit of space for all the new books that I want to get. So, that's that, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. The next one is Full House Stephanie, and I used to read a lot of. I'll wait. I'm very sorry you had to hear that. Emperor, yes. This is the Emperor state. Hi, Tyler.